know, I spent all day in bed. Yes, so basically I was, I'm not, Joe's having a little bit chuckle to himself. I've had a busy week. I was on HSN on Monday night, through the night. So I finished my shift at 5 o'clock in the morning yesterday morning, went home, went to bed. So I slept through all of the Crafters TV shows yesterday, but it sounds like I missed a really busy day. What's really exciting is obviously it's our Christmas event, which means we're in the middle of a 2-week Christmas event and we are giving a free gift away in every order. Now today we've got a brand new free gift. I'm not going to spoil the surprise. That's Joe's department to get to show you that a little bit. But what I will tell you is this is an amazing masterclass. This is one of the ones that you guys requested. Have a little look at what we're going to be doing. So I'm working with the Peek-a-Boos. Now I know we've done loads with our edgeable designs before, but these are our Peek-a-Boo edgeables. So they're a little bit different. We've got things like your little spinner cards that you could be doing. We've got the little bunny. See, with the edgeables, it's all about having the back and also the front of each one. So they work beautifully well, whether you've got them in little windows like this, or maybe you're putting them, how cute's the little doggy? And again, he's peeking through because you've got his bum on the front here. Here's another little one where it's peeking through the side. Now, what I'm going to try and show you over the course of the next 2 hours, because that's what I love about a masterclass, we've got 2 hours, okay? I'm going to show you how to do, just keep it simple and cut it into the front of a card. I'm going to show you how we do them onto a Z-fold card. I'm going to show you how we cut them onto a stepper card, and we're going to make a stepper card. I'm going to show you how we make a 3D envelope box and put it into the front of an envelope box. Honestly, I've got so many techniques to go on. 2 hours might not even be enough, Joe, when we get through everything I want to show everyone.
Oh, I don't think it will be. There is so much coming up for you in this show. Good morning, everyone. I hope you are having a wonderful day. Now, day 3 of our festive event, where we are going to give something away every single day. But the thing is, you know, we don't have a huge amount. Yesterday's free gift did sell out. Now, today's free gift is this beautiful Floral Fusion stamp collection that we've got just here. Now, the great thing is about this, all you need to do is make sure you've got £30 or $30 worth of product in your cart, after, of course, your Club Inspired discount has been deducted, and this will appear. Now, what I would say is we only have a finite amount of these, so you will need to be quick if you want that free gift. Right, so much for you in the show today. A great deal for you, firstly, on the Peek-a-Boos. Now, these are just adorable. You get all of these included in here, which is fantastic. So you're going to get the cat, which is wonderful. You're getting the die that allows you to cut over the edge, to cut the sentiment, and then also to, you've got all the stamps in there that you need too. So you've got the cat, you have got the little doggy in there as well. You've got the elephant, you've got the bear, the giraffe. I'm full of giraffe facts today, you wait, Sarah. And you've got the bunny there as well. And you get all of those. As well as those, you also get the windows that you need to create the aperture that you pop them into as well, which is fantastic. So absolutely all of that. The saving is amazing. £36 is your price, or $50 if you're in the US. 10% of the stock already sold out and gone here as well. Really, really great value. If you wanted to, you can just go for 2 of these for £12 or $18. If you just wanted to get a couple, maybe you've already got a couple, you just wanted to complete your collection, then you can do that as well. Individually, details there on your screen. Right, let's move on to the Debbie Fisher balls, as I call them. The Debbie Fisher edgeables. Now, these so popular whenever we launch them, both here on Crafters TV and on Crafters Companion. Now, the great thing is they're edgeable, so it means you can do with these everything you can do with all of our regular edgeables. However, you've got that sentiment built in, and the sentiment they're very workable, they're very giftable, so things that you're going to use every single day. So you've got good luck, you've also got hello, you have congratulations, and thinking of you too. Now, because they're edgeables, means you can do all of those edgeable techniques that you know and love. £23.50 if you want to go for these. 35.50. You're saving a quarter. Considering how new they are, that is a really, really fantastic deal on those. Now, on Friday last week, we bought you an amazing Colour Me Happy show, and we bought you our tri-blend markers. They've been out of stock for so long, and they are now back in stock, and we've got them on a fantastic deal for you. So busy. These will be very, very busy again today. The price on your screen there is for you to get all of them. So you've got actually 24 in each collection, but you've got 3 markers in each. So you've got 72 markers in each collection here, which is amazing value for money. £129.58 or £194.12. I'll go through those in more detail as we go through the show, but you'll see Sara using these all the way through. And also the great thing is you can, of course, use your Crafters, your Club Inspired discount on that price as well, which is fantastic. But you've got a great saving there. We've got some amazing cardstock for you on the show. It is our Centura Pearl, and it's our luxury double-sided cardstock, which is wonderful, especially when you're doing techniques like these ones, your edgeables. You're going to be seeing both sides of the project. This has got that wonderful pearlescent finish on both sides. You can get 40 sheets in each pack, and you can get three of them for £30. So 40 sheets becomes £10, which is amazing value for money. Check all the options over on the website. Now, something we launched, Friday, was it Friday as well? It was Friday, wasn't it? It was last Tuesday we first launched this. It is from, of course, Totally Tiffany, and it is the A4 paper handler combo. That's called the combo because what you're also getting in here is you're getting these little folders that sit in the front of here. What I love about this is it is really, when you look at it, you think, hang on, it's just a storage box that sits on a shelf. Absolutely is. You've got loads of them side by side. You've got a little finger port on here so you can pull it in and out. But the great thing is with this, that when you are ready to take it around or on the move, these little handles pop out and then you can carry it around. Really, really sturdy too. You can see I've got a whole collection of Gemini plates in here. I've also got things like my papers in there too. Anything that's A4 size is amazing. So make sure you grab that £9.99 or £13.49 if you want to grab that one. So busy on all of those Totally Tiffany items that we launched last week. Loads of you saying hello, saying good morning. Hannah saying she ordered first thing this morning so she can make sure she gets that gift. That's very shrewd, Hannah. And loads of you saying that you're coming in. I'd love to know. Let me know when you've got hold of that free gift. Sally says, Joe, looks like you got away with misbehaving yesterday. I don't know when I have laughed so much. It was a good job Sara wasn't here. We definitely got told
what
off.
was going on yesterday, like?
I don't know what happened. All the wheels came off and the train definitely left the station.
Oh, dear
You missed
me.
a great one. I'm going to dive back into
man.
these comments. Any questions, I'll pop them to Sara as we go through.
Yes, well, if the boss is back, we're not misbehaving today. Maybe it's just a little bit. Right, now, before I start on the demonstrations, which I've got loads planned, as you know, I just wanted to show you a few of the samples, okay? So just to give you a little bit of a feel again. So the idea is, when you look at the cards, you've got the design on the front, but then also you stamp and put the design on the back as well. So I'm going to be doing some of this for you. They look brilliant, even if you just do them in black and white. How cute's this little kitten in black and white? And by the way, if you want the extras like this curve, like you have the square on there, we have that extra set. I know we've got Totally Tiffany on the side of the screen for you at the moment. What we'll do is I'll switch it and I'll get them to show you this set of edgeables. So these are the two, if I just pull these out, mine are in the old packaging. These are the two that you get. You get the square one and the circle one, so nice rounded edges. They are designed to fit perfectly with all of our edgeables. So yours is going to come in the nice new packaging here. But just a couple of samples, like I said, to run you through these. You can use obviously multiples in each one. I love this idea of having some on the inside and some on the front. Use multiple characters. Oh, this reminds me of that movie, you know, Madagascar, where they've got the where they all go and they all run away from the zoo at the same time. You can tell I watch way too much stuff with the kids. Now, how cute's this one here, right? So this is a little family photo album, but then these have been used as the tabs on the top of each one. How incredible is that? What a fantastic little idea to have them peeking over the top. I love this. Who's done this one? Avril. This is like one of the cutest things I think I've ever seen. This is like one of my favourite samples that I've seen with these little characters in them. They are fabulous. I'm going to show you how to do this sort of technique as well, where we do it into the front of the card and use the shape around there. But loads of just different ideas. And I think once you get the hang of them, I mean, look, £36 or $50 gets you all of the ones in the collection. So you're not choosing, you're getting all of the designs. That also gets you to that eligible level for the free gift. So if you order this, you are automatically going to get that free gift added into your basket. And what's that worth? Another $9.99 or something? That's just coming included. You don't have to do anything just because it is our Christmas event, okay? So there's just a few ideas. I've got loads more. We can keep looking through them because you've got me for a whole 2 hours. It is a masterclass, that's the idea. But we'll get cracked on with the demo. So any questions, get them into Joe and I'll make sure I answer them as we're going along, right? Now, Joe's given me some of that fabulous cardstock. By the way, did you realise all of that cardstock is double-sided? So you've got that gorgeous pearl on the front and on the back. Now, what I'm going to do is I'll just check this is my... Oh, look, I've got the US size one. I've got the 8.5 by 11. You're going to get the A4 one, right? Either way, though, it won't matter. Joe, I think you gave me the US one.
What, the US what? What, you got the wrong...
Well, it doesn't matter. It's 8.5 by 11. All it means is when I score my card in half, so this is 11, so half of 11 is 5.5. Whereas you've got the A4 one that you're getting today, so you'd score at 5 3/4. Either way, doesn't make a lot of difference. The important thing is you've got that lovely double-sided finish to it. So what I've done is I've cut that to 5.5, and then I'm going to take my card and I'm going to trim it down to 5.5 wide, so it's 5.5 in both directions, and that's our kind of base card ready to work from. We've got the Scoremaster and Envelop box on the show today, by the way. Any of you have been thinking, waiting for us to have it on again to go for it. Now, what I'm going to do, very simply, very first one, is I'm going to just get in the little elephant and I'm going to stamp him on the front first. So you can see there, you're going to take your little elephant and we're going to have the front of the elephant peeking through the front. So if I just find myself, it's some rocker block. I'm going to pop it on the rocker block. It's up to you if you want to stamp with the rocker block or whatever it is you want to work with. And because I'm going to use the alcohol pens, I must make sure, she says, fishing through all of her ink pads over here. Yes, here we go. Must make sure that you've got the alcohol-proof die to work with, okay? So I'm going to use the alcohol-proof die and I'm just going to stamp, and I'm going to stamp this little character on the front. So just wherever you want, I'm going to pop him on the front there. And there's my little elephant. Here we go now. Then you've got the little cut around. So what you do is you take this and pop this as a cut around on there. So that goes on the top and you're going to hold it in place with a little bit of tape. So around we go. Just got that little bit of tape on there. Notice I'm sticking the tape on the bit that's going to come away from the card. Now if this was for a baby, you could also take the letters and put the word baby on there. Look at that, I've pulled my tape away with it. Everything I was trying not to do. Here we go. Oh, come on, right, there we go. So you're going to take the baby and you're just going to try and line it up roughly with the edge there. It doesn't matter if it's not exact, but we're going to line up where it says baby. And again, I'm going to hold that in place with a little bit of tape. And then make sure you open the card out. And we're going to pop this through the Gemini. So I've got my Junior today. We're going to pop that on first, and then we're going to go with your clear cutting plate, your magnetic, then your top cutting plate, and we're going to send that through the machine.
Is there any reason why, Sarah, you couldn't use the mix and match the sentiments with the dies? So you could use baby and put that with a dog or the giraffe or anything like that?
Thank you, Joe. That's exactly what I was meaning to say when I started off saying this is a baby card. If you would make this card for a baby, you'd use baby. I meant to follow that up with, or if you're using it for any other occasion, mix and match with the other sentiments from the set. I just kind of got a little bit waylaid. Right, so there's my baby. And then there's my little elephant as well, right? And then what you're going to do is you're going to come in with your craft knife and you're going to join up. Can you see here? You can see where those lines, you're going to join them together. So I'm just going to join that together here, and then I'm going to take this off the end, and I'm going to take this off to this end here as well. So there we go. So then that takes away, leaves the baby and the elephant in, and you're going to bring in just a little pair of scissors, and we're going to cut down the side here, all right? So that completely comes away, which gives us all of the design on the front of our card. How cute's that? Then the last thing you need to do, Joe, is where we've got the back of the elephant, we're going to pull this out, we're going to get the back side of our elephant, and we're going to stick the back side on there as well. So we're just going to pop this one on here, and I'm going to just line up, and the stamps will all line up perfectly. They're all designed to be like a front and back side on the stamp. So that's going to go into the gap there, and you're just going to stamp the back of the elephant in the gap there as well. So there's his little bum, and you had the design from the front. How super cute is that? And then I'm just going to start and do a little bit of colouring. Now, I asked for the tri-blend on this show. I know it was a bit naughty, so obviously we just got them back in stock on Friday, and we had a huge, and I mean huge, Colour Me Happy show. And what we've got is, we've got the original set, which are the original 24 pens. So these are basically, if you're getting started, you've got those original 24 pens, and you can do all of your colouring with the 24. Then we did the extension pack, and I think we have them on as individuals here. I'll just make sure.
We do have them as individuals.
We do have, brilliant. We've got the extension pack, which basically allows you to do all of the, it's like got extra shades in, as well as some extra colour families. Now, if you just want to go for one of the boxes, basically, I've asked them to read, which we shouldn't do really. I've said the deal that we had on Friday is Colour Me Happy. I want it repeating today for anyone who missed the show on Friday. So it's basically, if you want to get one of the packs, it's 10% off. If you want to get the 2 packs together, it's an extra 10% off that. So it's 15% saving in total. Joe's got the boards. I'll get him to show you the colours while I pull out my pens and start my colouring.
Absolutely. Just to say as well, if you are in the club, you're going to pay even less for these, of course. Silver members will pay £116.62, that's in pounds, and platinum members will pay £103.69, which is incredible value for money. So you've got 24 colours, of course. You've got 3 markers in each of these colours as well, which is fantastic. So it allows you to create all those shades and blend seamlessly from one to the other. And Sara, that will become clear as Sara takes you through. So they're your deep blends. And then you've also got your essential blends as well. So in total, you're looking at 144 markers across all of those different colours that you have right there. And to give you an idea, price per marker, when you look at it like that, 89 pence in the UK, $1.34. Platinum members, 72 pence or $1.07 per marker, which is amazing value for money. It really, really is. Lots of you talking about yesterday's show. Alex says, Joe, you're going red again, just at the mention of yesterday. Christine Mahoney says, I see you're still employed after yesterday's silliness with Leanne.
Oh my life, what have I missed? What have I missed?
You should probably get a raise. You both made us laugh a lot. When you said there was no more fun, should I say, I loved every bit of it, Sara. Do not stop the fun.
Oh,
we won't stop the fun. We have fun every single day. We've got a photograph actually of Leanne smelling some stamps, which kind of sums up the day. Maybe we'll show it to you a little bit later in this show. We'll try and find it.
Hey, bless. Right. I'm doing my little elephant. So what I've done is I'm doing the back of him first. So I've just gone down, first of all, with the darkest shade, then I'm cutting to the medium, then to the light. Now, tri-blends, honestly, if you're doing little stamps like this, there is literally not a better set of pens that you could use, because they're just little cute animals to colour. You just want to keep your colouring simple. It's very simple imagery, so look at that, just done that really easily, but he looks like he's very, very rounded in 3D. Let me show you again on his face, okay? So I'm going to do the, and obviously it's going to come through because it's alcohol pen, so we're going to just open this up, and I'm going to go again with the dark one. So we're going to come round the top of his head and round his face so that he can be really, really 3-dimensional. Right, and I'm not doing his ears because his ears are going to be pink. And we're going to go dark into the medium, so we're just colouring where the dark ends and into the start of the next one, and then the same on his little feet. And then we're going to go from the medium into the lightest shade, and it will just do all of that perfect blending for you, so you get a really truly 3-dimensional finish to it. So I'm going round the end with my grey, And then just in his ears, I'm going to use the pale pinks, so the PPs, and I'm going to come down with the darkest one, first of all. And even though we're working over top of the grey, it's still going to be fine.
Do you need to worry about it bleeding through, is what Vicky's asking?
No, so that's what I'm saying there. Can you see it's come through a little bit here? I'm obviously, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover it over with another piece of card, you see. And it doesn't matter on the top bit because we've got an elephant on the top and the back. So you see he's coloured in on the front and he's coloured in on the back. And I just think he's super simple and cute. And then what I've done is, you see, is I've just cut a piece of card exactly the right size to fit over there so that you won't see the fact that it's bled through a little bit here. And this card here, Joe, is like what I consider to be the simplest way to use all of these stamps. They're really super cute and easy. Now, if you didn't want to put a piece of card on, what you would do is instead of colouring directly onto your card, you would colour onto another piece of card and use them over the top. Now, I think that looks all right. Look, and I've got a nice piece of card to go on the inside as well. And all I've done is just printed out some, got some printed papers and then matted and layered them onto a little bit of cardstock. So it gives me that lovely backing piece. But I've got a nice little tip for you. Let me just get this one on first, Joe. Yep, so once that's on, so here we go. That, I think you can't really see that baby. However, if you cut it again onto another piece of coloured cardstock, right? So I've done mine onto a mirror card and I've run it through the Xyron for speed. Watch what happens. You've got the baby, you stick that over the top and then immediately that makes it completely stand out, doesn't it? That baby, what a difference it makes just adding that on there. And then what I've done is I've just done some simple sentiments. I've got for a special, and then for a special baby, and then hello, cute girl.
You know, if you mixed it with a cat, you could have baby cat do 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 do, or you could have baby dog do do do. Yeah, it goes on and on. I'll leave that with you. You'd love it.
Do 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 do. Oh yes, we could go all day, Joe, couldn't we? So look at that one there, right? But how super quick and simple was that card? But it's just I'm starting off. The idea with the masterclass is we're going to start off here and we're going to get higher and higher as we go through the masterclass. So I've started with the very, very basics of how to use it in the front of a card. Now I'm going to get ready to do my next one, Joe, as an aperture. So you know the cards like this one here, where we do them with an aperture in the front. I'm going to show you that technique next.
Wonderful. And the thing is, if you're going for the big collection, you're going to have the frames included that are going to allow you to do that aperture, which is fantastic. Do you want to see Leanne sniffing a stamp from yesterday?
She's got a very Leanne look about her, hasn't she?
She looks like it looks like we're at a staff do. It looks like the end of a staff do. We've all been propping up the bar for a few hours.
That is how Leanne looks after one of our staff do's, I can tell you. I have carried Leanne home many a night from one of our staff do's. I can tell you that. Yeah, I remember the funniest one. Seeing as we chit-chatting. The funniest one is, I remember we went for a night out. And I invited Leanne round to it was our Christmas party one year. I invited Leanne round to my house to get ready before we went out. And it was the year that stick-on eyelashes had just become like all the trend. And I convinced her to let me stick her some, and there were these massive eyelashes that I stuck on her. So I stuck her these eyelashes on, and while we were getting ready, we drank a couple of bottles of wine. There wasn't just me and Leanne drinking a couple of, there's about 4 of us, but we did drink a couple of bottles of wine. Well, by the time we got out, she's going around the pubs and she's walking around like this. Oh, don't my eyelashes just look amazing, right? And I remember she was so drunk by about 11:30 we had to ring her husband to come and pick her up, right? And I remember me and my husband,
She's going to kill you for telling this story.
We were stood at the top of the alley waiting for her husband to come and pick her up, and she was kind of like slobbed all over Simon, and she's just, because she's so shocked, she's just looked up to him and she's going, but Toby, eyelashes look amazing, Simon. It was brilliant. And if you go searching far enough back on the Crafters Companion UK Facebook page, you will find the photographs of Leanne in the wonderful eyelashes. It was about 5 or 6 years ago, but I put them all on Facebook. She killed me.
Oh, she's going to kill you for telling the story again right now. Lots of you saying how much you're loving these, how cute they are. Helen saying, I love the triangle tri-blend colour chart. Can it be downloaded? I think it can, you know. I'm pretty sure that these live over on the Spectrum Noir area of our website. So pop yourself over to craftscompanion.com, click Spectrum Noir, and in the download section, I do believe, I will double check after the show, but I do believe you are able to download those. Right, I want to quickly whiz you through, again, this collection that we are sharing with you. They are so amazing. And the thing is, they're so adorable and cute that, yes, they're going to be great for card projects. Lovely for little home decor projects as well. Now, if you're going for the collection, basically, it's like we're giving you the frames, the window arches, free of charge. And you'll see in a minute exactly why you want those. These are what are going to allow you to create this arch shape here so you can create the aperture that your project is then sitting through. So you've got Perfect Friend, which is this one here, with the cats. With the next one we have here is the doggy as well. So you can see, again, you've got them all lined up. And again, you could just have multiples of these. You don't need to use a sentiment if you don't want to. You could just have multiples of the dogs, or you can mix and match the dogs with all the others. The great thing about going for the main collection is that it gives you the most amount of options when it comes to using these. This one here is the baby elephant that you can see. So that one's gorgeous. You've got the baby sentiment in there. You've got bear hugs as well here with the bear. Remember as well as getting the stamp that you need to stamp your character, you're also getting all the sentiments within there as well. So you're getting, on the bear one for instance, you're getting 13 pieces, so 13 stamps and dies. It means it's great value. You've got the giraffes in here as well. Again, all of your different stamps. I love the stamp, they vary, the font on these stamps vary from each collection, so it means it gives you the most amount of craftability, which is fantastic. And you've also got the bunny there as well, which is great. You can see both sides of that just there, which is fantastic. Now, if you want to go for them individually, you can. They are 2 for £12 or $18 if you go for them individually. However, when you go for the big kit, it gives you the best value, and it's basically like we give you, in the US you're getting a little discount, and then you're getting these free of charge as well, and it allows you to create that arch or that square aperture for your creatures to peek out of. And you don't need to use this just in conjunction, of course, with these dies and stamps. It means that you can use it in loads of other projects too, with other stamps and dies. Now, I know some of you might have already got the creatures but don't have the windows and frames. You can get them individually if you want to. So it is the window arches that you're getting, and you're getting both in there. So you can see you get that sort of square arch, and you get that rounded arch as well. $9.99 or $12.95 if you want to go for that one. Don't forget as well, make sure that basket is up to £30 or $30, because remember, everyone that gets £30 or $30 worth of product in their cart after their Club Inspire discount will get the free gift. Every single day we bring you a brand new free gift as part of our Christmas event. Today it is these floral fusion stamps, 14 lovely stamps in there. These would be great to colour actually with those tri-blend markers as well if you've gone for those. You don't need to do anything. When you've got the desired amount of product in your basket, these will just appear. If you're watching this show back later and they don't appear, it's because they have sold out. We only have a finite amount of the free gift every single day. So we've still got them. At the moment, you're all right. I'll let you know if that changes as we go through the show. Right, back to you, Sarah. If you had to have a favourite, Sarah, which one would be your favourite? I know that's not sort of, it's a bit like going for a lady's handbag, that question, isn't it? But
it is, yeah. But the good thing is you don't have to have a favourite, because we've got the bundle with the whole collection. So we're not under pressure to have a favourite. However, I love the giraffe. My little kids, do you know, our Charlie asked me if he could have a giraffe for Christmas.
Did you say yes?
No, I was driving along. We had been to the zoo for the day, so we'd been like the safari zoo over in the lakes. We're driving along, and I can hear the kids chatting away about what they're going to ask Santa Claus for. And Charlie said, "I'm going to ask him for a giraffe." And Oliver said, "Don't be silly, Charlie. You can't have a giraffe for Christmas." And Charlie said, "Well, why not?" He calls him Rara. "Why not, Rara?" And he said, "Well, when he needs to go to the toilet, he won't be able to fit in the bathroom because he won't be able to bend low enough." So I love that the whole reason we can't have a giraffe at our house is just because he can't fit in the bathroom. I just love the fact that they think giraffes would actually go to the toilet when they needed a poo, and we wouldn't be cleaning that up for anyway. Anyway, I have digressed somewhat. Right. I'm going to show you pretty much exactly the same card, but this time we're going to do it with a window instead. So I thought you can do this one either tent fold or side fold. I've already cut the cardstock down this time. So it's just cut to a base, and this one was from A4. So I've just cut it to like 5 3/4, 5 7/8 roughly square. I'm going to do exactly the same as what we just did before, Joe. So you're going to start off with your rocker block or your stamping block or whatever it is you're using. And I'm going to stamp off my little giraffe, the front of my giraffe first of all. Again, you're going to be wanting to use that alcohol-proof dye because we're going to be doing all of our colouring. So I'm going to put him quite in the middle-ish. Yep, there he goes, right? And then I'm going to take that dye and I'm going to pop the dye over top of him. Come on, little giraffe. And a little bit of tape. Make sure you're using tape for all of this, by the way. You don't want to be knocking this. So there is my little giraffe there. Just going to catch his little, what do you call them on top of the giraffe? They're not antlers. Ooh. And they're not antennae. I wonder what they are. And this one comes with wild. So you can either use the sentiment from the set or you can interchange it with a different one. Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to use the wild there and I'm going to do exactly the same. Just make sure these two dyes don't go over top of each other, but you're going to hold that in place. Then you're going to use that set of 2 dyes. So I'm going to do this one with the square dyes. What I love about these is they're obviously designed to work exactly with these products, but you're going to use them with all of your word edgeables. We're going to take this, we're going to go over the top. Look, I haven't quite got it in the middle. Well, but you know, it's going to be unique. It's going to be a Sara original made live on air, right? So all you do is you get this all lined up and we stick that inside.
The great thing is, well, I'll tell you, I'm really envious of giraffes because you know what they can do, Sarah?
Oh,
they like eat. They eat a bit, right?
Giraffes, right?
They have a bit of something to eat. I went to a safari park down in Kent and basically got to meet some baby ones. It was amazing, and they basically eat a bit. So you say you're having like that delicious piece of cheesecake that you had before the show. Say you're having it, you're eating it, and you're thinking, do you know what? I wouldn't mind saving some of that for later. So they're able to swallow it. It goes into a second tummy, right. And then a bit later in the day they go, oh, do you know what? I fancy a bit more of that cheesecake now. And they're like, bloop, bloop, and it goes up their neck in a massive ball, and they can have a little bit more of it.
No
Absolutely,
way.
Yeah. They've got an inner secret stomach saving it for later pouch. How amazing is that?
Well, I tell you what, you learn something new every day. I did not know that. Right, let's get me little, I'm just going to make sure, let's have a look. Can you see all of these where you just need to make sure they're connected? I'm going to connect you on there, and I'm going to connect you down here. And I think, oh, you are almost connected there. So now you can see how that works. It takes away all the extra, you see. So we can do that. Now for this one, let's have a look. I'm going to stamp the back of the giraffe as well, and do some colouring in. But I also thought we'd do, because it was a little bit wild, I thought we'd do a little bit of stenciling on the front one, just for a little bit of something different. So I was having a look through the stencil collection, and we've got those, the 3-layer stencils that we do, but they're quite nice. By the way, we're coming in for I'm going to go straight over, and you're going to get a root shot here.
Still looking great.
They're still looking all right, are they? They're not brilliant, are they not? The hairdressers is apparently opening soon, so you haven't got to suffer me roots much longer. Look at that. That, Joe, is what we call stamping perfection. We're going in for the zoom, we're going in for the close-up, and then if we have a little look at the front, you can see that front one's perfect as well. Isn't that lovely, right? So let's have a look. I've got my stencil. It's this one here. So I haven't used the rose. I'm just going to use the background stencil. And when you're using your stencils, you want a little bit of stick and spray on it. So all I'm going to do is give it a bit of a shake and then put the stencil behind me and just spray a little bit so that you've got just a little bit on here. And then that's going to go on back onto my card. Let's have a look. I'm going to do a little bit at a time. Let's have a look. Should we do the bottom bit first? Yeah. So I'll do this little bit and then hopefully line it back up to do the top bit. If you're kind of with us, Joe. Right, I'm just going to get myself, got a couple of these.
The giraffe is your favourite individually, I need to let you know, of the whole collection.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, it is indeed. 15% of the big collection has gone. Remember, where you get the window frames included as well, which is fantastic. Also, giraffes, the bit on top, are called ossicones, which are horn-like, antler-like protuberance on the head of giraffes. I don't know what a protuberance is. It adds weight to the giraffe's head, allowing them to deliver heavier, sometimes... Oh, this has taken a dark turn. To deliver heavier, sometimes fatal blows.
Oh, it is a bit harsh, isn't it?
I obviously didn't proofread that bit there, but yes, I guess it's a circle of life, isn't it? Is that the water reactives that you're using?
Oh, it is, Joe. And now, if the message got through, I did ask if there's any chance these could be added to the show.
Well, it did get through, and they are on the show. We've got a fantastic 13-piece collection on the show for you, which is fantastic. Do you want me to whiz you through those colours quickly?
Go on, you do that. So you can see what I'm doing. You'll get the hint that I'm doing all of my...
So what you've got here is you've got 13 in here, have I made that up? I think it's 13. You've got pumice, smoke pearl, friar brown, you've got sandstorm, Bordeaux, anthracite, smoked emerald, pine tree, grasshopper and damson wine. It's your vintage ink pad collection that you're looking at just there, which is fantastic. You've got 10 is what you've got. So yeah, they're fantastic. Great value there as well. £37, saving 25%. Normally that 25% saving we save, Sarah, don't we, for like the big 29-piece collection. So to get 25% off of a 10-piece is amazing value.
We're back too, because we haven't got, I don't think we've got 29 ink pads still in stock, let alone to do a 29-piece collection. Now look at this, because they're blendable. Look, I'm just blending that perfectly in. And then what you can do is, you see, that lifts off there. There's my fabulous background, but then I need to finish it off up here. So I'm just going to match that in. There and there, we are matched in perfectly. Yep. And then I can pick up and do the rest where we left off. I'll fold this in half so that we don't go over the edge. And we can do the rest on the top where we kind of left off. Isn't that looking... Oh, I've moved it, Joe. Tell you what, sometimes less haste, more speed. So you've got a little bit of a hint of the lighter colour. And then I'm coming in with the darker colour. So I'm using the grasshopper and pine here. But it's, I mean, this technique's going to work with all of them, isn't it? Looks really, really good. Get that blended in there. And then I'm going to do the same again. I'm going to come and colour my lovely little giraffe in. So there's my background nice and done. And I think it's just a little bit nicer than doing like a patterned paper all the time. I've got a patterned paper to go in the inside. So I'll pop this one on the inside and then I'll do a little bit of colouring. How's those tri-blends doing? Is everybody loving them again today?
Very, very busy on the tri-blends. I think the value is just amazing. To get both sets, £129.58 in the UK, £194.12 in the US. Price per marker, when you consider you've got 3 markers in each one of those coloured pens, is 89 pence in the UK or $1.34 in the US. Obviously, if you're silver, it goes down to 80 pence a marker. If you're platinum, it goes down to 72 pence per marker. It's amazing value for money. Most of you going for both of them. They are both available individually as well. $79.99 or $119.95. If you're thinking about getting them, you're thinking, oh, but I'd love some more inspiration. There's 2 full Colour Me Happy shows of inspiration over on Crafts TV. So that's 4 hours of education and inspiration using just these markers. So once you get these, you're going to be able to go back and watch that. The Peek-a-Boo collection is just getting busier and busier and busier. I thought we had really deep stocks today. However, a fifth of the stock now has already sold out and gone. Loads of you with it in your basket. Loads of you as well getting that free gift. Remember, because of course it would put you over that £30 or dollar spend, meaning you'll get the free gift. We only have a finite amount though of the free gift, so you will need to be quick for that if you want it.
Right, I'm just going into, I'm using the golden yellow blend here, Joe. And actually, if you can send me over those, you know, the colour charts.
Yeah.
I can explain to everybody the difference between the blends and the shades in case you're going for a set today, you don't quite know what to go for. Right, Joe sent me them over. Let's have a look. Golden yellow blend and golden brown blend. So it's just completely up to you which kind of set that you go for, which colours you're going to shade with. Let's have a little look here. I'm just going to colour in the rest of my giraffe with a light shade here. And then I'll pull this, before I do the other side, I'll pull this over and show you. So I'm just doing that colouring there. Joe's brought me over these colour charts here, right? Let me show you. These are the essentials. So these are what you get kind of to start with. So if you go for this pack here, which has it's got the pink one on, the pink strip on it. This is that's £71.99 or £107.95, 10% off the usual price. And you can see each pen, for example, the golden brown blend. Here's the gold brown blend. You can see I did shading because we've got the light, the medium and the dark. And they are GB1, GB3 and GB5, okay? So that's my golden brown. Now, if you go for the extra set, which was like billed as an extension pack, this is the first time we've had the 24 pack of the extension pack available here in the UK. So I know some of you watching the US might have bought this when it's been on HSN. This is the first time we've had this available in the UK. So there is our deep blends. Now, this is a game of 2 halves, tale of 2 halves, okay? If you look at the top half here, These are all your new colour families. So magenta, burnt orange, aqua blue, pink violet, golden yellow, different colours from what colour families you have here. So you can see, for example, in the browns, we had a tan, an earth brown and a golden brown, but we didn't have the reddy brown. So you've got the new reddy brown in there. That's the first half. The second half of the pack are shades. So you can see all of these are called blend. These ones are called shade and they're very dark. And the easiest one I can show you with there is we had the golden brown blend that I was working with first of all, which was these three. But in this set, you've got the golden brown shade. So they're still GB. So they're all part of the same colour family. But you've got the first three GBs here. So you've got GB 1, 3 and 5. And then golden brown shade gives you GB 6, 7 and 10. So that, for example, if we're colouring those all together, let's do it on this little bit of scrap paper here. And if I just show you, oh, I will get this little bit of tape off here. I don't know why I'm rushing, Joe, because we've got a whole 2 hours. It's a masterclass today, got loads of time. Right, if I take these off.
More popular than the essentials, so I think what that tells us, Sarah, is so many people have already got the essentials and they absolutely love them, so much so that they're now coming in and topping up and getting that expansion pack as well. So very, very busy across them. If you want the best value, get the two together. Of course, you would get the free gift as well. So actually, don't know if I should say this, Sarah, we get a free gift. So the value is probably better today than it was on Friday. Ooh.
Hey, don't be cheeky. Right, 1, 3, 5. You can see how they automatically go deep because we're in the shades now. 6, 7, I think this is. Yep, and then 10. So all the same colour family, so you can see that they're the same shade, but now in the golden browns we can get real depth of shade, starting with the shades, then moving into the blends. Does that make sense?
It does. Is there numbers in between those ones that you've used? Because I noticed that it doesn't go like 1 through 6, was something I noticed the other day.
Yes, so there is, if you get the classiques,
right,
our classiques would have all of the numbers in, right? The tri-blends are like the cut down version, the essential blends within the classiques. So basically, if you're coming on a journey with us, most people start with the tri-blends, then you would progress from the tri-blends to the classiques when you want the colours that match in the middle and you're getting a more comprehensive collection. And then the top level in this would be our illustrators when you want to progress onto the brush ones.
Ooh, well, if you want to fully progress, you want to go to the top of the tree, there's an illustrator Colour Me Happy coming up this Friday with myself and Leanne. So make sure you join us for that at 11 a.m. if you're here in the UK, or 6 a.m. of course if you're on the East Coast. There will be a free download. It will be a really fabulous show. I do really genuinely love our Colour Me Happy shows. Of the Peek-a-Boos, the giraffe and the elephant are your favourites at the moment. So you can of course get the whole collection. And look, as always, the best way to get the best value here at Crafts TV is to go for the lot. If you want to go for them individually, 2 for £12 or $18.
Right, Joe, I've stopped colouring my giraffe here. Just
it's got a bare bottom.
It's got a bare bottom. Well, the problem is, well, look, I'll colour it and let it go through, right? Hang on, these are the golden yellows and I was using the golden browns, right? I'll colour it and then we'll colour it over. Oh, I was using the yellows. Got too many pens out, Joe. You see, this is why it's so much easier if you work with your tri-blends, because literally you've got everything in one go, right? So one, and then I'm going to do these darker spots on here. And then I'll put a little gem over the top. I'm being a little bit lazy here, Joe. What I should do, really, those of you who like to get this all perfect, is I should really start with a stamp a separate one and cut it out and stick it over the top. And then you wouldn't have to worry. I mean, it's only come through a tiny little bit. I mean, what's that between friends? No one's going to notice that. Right?
Christine is asking where that stencil is from. Was it one of our layering stencils?
Yes, Sarah? It is. It is this one here, Christine. So it is the Regal Rose in the layering stencils, if you want to have a little look for it. Right, so I'm going to just pop these down here. And I ran these through the Zyra and I forgot to take off all the extra little pieces. I should have, if you ever want to avoid this, by the way, all these extra bits of glue, all you're going to do is when you run it through your Zyron, before you peel it off, because it's rub and peel technology, just send it through your machine. And then look, I'm just going to pop a little gem on there. A little bit of hot glue is going to be the quickest way to get it.
Christine's come back and said, "Yay, I already have it."
Yes.
Fantastic.
Good
there you
stuff,
go.
Christine. Pleased you've got it. So there's that one there. And then we've got that on the side. And again, that wild just looks all right, but only all right. However, soon as you take the letters and cut them out of a corresponding colour and line them up, look how much more that whole thing stands out. I just think it looks so much more professional. Really makes it pop and stand off there. So
Oh, it's like being in I feel like I'm in a savannah all of a sudden or something like that.
I like it. You know, I loved it when we took the kids to the, it was like a lovely wildlife park that we took them to in the Lake District to learn about all the animals, and they went and we all fed the giraffes. It was lovely.
Oh, amazing.
Right, so there's that card. So there's 2 types we've learnt now. And look at that, we're not even at a halfway point. I've got loads to show you. So 2, this is just what we would class as being the standard way to use it, where you just do it into the front of your card. And then this one here is where you use it with those extra archways to cut into the card and have like an aperture. Brilliant as well if you ever wanted to do shaker cards. You could stick like a piece of acetate behind and make it into a shaker card. So we've got shaker cards on this afternoon in Creative Cravings.
Oh, we do. We've got a fabulous Creative Cravings show coming up for you later today, 4 p.m. here in the UK, or 11 a.m. if you are over on the East Coast. Debbie is asking, do the pens work with pencils? Yes, they work beautifully with our colour blend pencils that we have. Those tri-blend markers, the 2 work beautifully together. Loads of you commenting along. We absolutely love that. What I want to do is just give you a recap on how you can watch and shop at the same time, because so many of you will no doubt be waiting to check out, but you never need to miss a deal or a demonstration. Here's all the details. Hi, I'm Joe from Crafters TV, and I'm here to show you how you can grab the best deals and shop whilst you watch during our shows. So the best way to watch us is always on Crafters TV. Head on over to our homepage and go to Crafters TV. You can see all of our shows, offers, and even shop while you watch. Now if you want to get involved and comment along, head over to our Facebook page. Come say hello, ask us some questions, and lol with us. Or you can watch us on YouTube. Simply head to our Crafters Companion YouTube channel. Got a smart TV? You can even AirPlay directly onto your big screen. We're constantly adding new and exciting shows to our schedule, so don't forget to check in. It's never been easier to have us in your living room. It's always fun here at Crafters TV, so come join us as we create every day. All the details there of how, of course, you can watch and shop at the same time, which is fantastic. Right, the free gift. Loads of you going for this, and why wouldn't you? You don't need to do anything either. It's not like, you know, you need to stand on one leg and pat your head and rub your tummy in order to get it. You just have to make sure you've got £30 or $30 worth of product in your cart, and it will just automatically then appear, which is fantastic. So you can see it is those beautiful floral stamps. They'll work beautifully actually with your tri-blend markers. It'd be lovely to colour it up with those as well. Only while stocks last on that free gift, which is fantastic. So let me just pop that down. Right, the tri-blend markers, very, very busy. So both sets together is the best way to get the best value for money, because what you've got is you've got 24 in your essentials, and then you've also got the other 24 there in your deep blends too. So if you're only going for one, definitely go for the essentials. If you've got the essentials, absolutely you should come in today and stock up on the deep blends. But when you get the 2 together, you get the best value basically. Don't forget, of course, you can still use your Club Inspired discount with this as well. So silver members, you'd pay $116.62 or $174.69. Platinum members would pay $103.69 or $155.29. If you're a platinum member in the club, 72 pence or $1.07 per marker. It's unbelievable value for artist quality, which is what we bring you when in all the products that we bring you from Spectrum Noir. Right, the Centura Pearl. You guys absolutely love this every time we bring it to you. And this is a great collection. So it's our double-sided Centura Pearl. And you've got it in the ivory, which is lovely. You know, it's great to have the white, but sometimes the ivory and the white work really well together actually. So you've got the ivory there, and then you've got the white too. Now, it's £30 or $42. So you can go for 3 of the white, you can go for 3 of the ivory. It's completely up to you. But make sure you grab those 40 sheets in each of those packs as well, which is fantastic. So it's very, very busy there. Now, if you need somewhere to put it though, we have got you absolutely covered with the paper handler from Totally Tiffany. Last week we welcomed Totally Tiffany to the Crafts Companion family here. All of her products are stocked now over on our website. The great thing about this is it is a paper handler. It's called a combo as well because what you've got are all of these tabbed files in the back here. So if you want to store things in those, absolutely you can. Or you can just drop all of your papers in here. I've actually just got a whole set of Gemini plates in there as well. So it's very, very sturdy. Even got a stamping platform in here too. There's loads of stuff in there. The great thing is though, if you're going off to a workshop or a class or any of those things, all you need to do is just pop up the handles. When those handles pop up, you can then take that away and you can carry that around, which is fantastic. Really, really sturdy and durable that too. $9.99 or $13.48 if you want to grab that one. Now, the edgeables. These are so popular whenever we bring these to you, and it's great that we've got them on a great deal for you today as well, because $23.50 or $35.50 gets you all 4 of these. So let me show you a few different ways of working with these. So you've got this one here, which is good luck. Now the great thing is about these is that you can do all of those different edgeable techniques that you know. So your Z-fold cards, your twisted easels, all of those wonderful techniques are great to do with these. You've also got in here Thinking of You, which is this one here. You've got Congratulations, and you're going to get Hello too. $23.50, $35.50 to get all of them. You can, of course, use your Club Inspire discount in conjunction with those as well. Any questions that you've got as we go through, don't forget it's a masterclass, so we love to address anything that you've been thinking about with these. They are available individually, those edgeables. Thinking of You is in the lead at the moment. Right, I'm going to hand you back to Sara because I know she's got loads she still wants to share with you.
Yes, I was just going through a couple of your comments. Debbie's asking, if I use the pencils first, will it prevent the pens from bleeding through? Right, no, Debbie, your pens won't ever work on top of your pencils because the pencils have a wax in them. So if you put the wax down, the pens won't. I suppose they're permanent, so they kind of would go over the wax, but then you'd get a little bit of wax on the nibs of your pen, so I wouldn't recommend using pens on top of pencils. You could do it the other way, use pencils on top of your pens, but not that way. Loads of people saying, oh, a stepper card with the 2, I can see it now. So cute, great idea, Malia. Barbie saying she just got her UK warehouse order, got 4 mystery bags, loads of stuff. Christine saying, I haven't got my US warehouse things, it's been a month now. They are all on their way to you. I was speaking to the guys from our US warehouse yesterday, because the problem is so many of you ordered 4, 5, 6 times through the show. They're working their way through the show items in order, so they're well past the halfway point now. Most of the orders have been dispatched and the last few are going out over this next week, so we'll be on its way to you. Obviously it's quite slow shipping across America as well. Sometimes we can get parcels quicker from the UK to America than we can get them across America, but I promise you it's on its way. If in any doubt, you can always contact our customer services, but I promise you we'll be sending out some updates really soon. Right, here we go, edgeables. So I thought I'd take a little bit of time out from the character edgeables to just do a couple of cards. Well, I've got one demo planned with these ones, so I thought I'd show you a couple of cards first. This is the Thinking of You one, so you can see there that Thinking of You, and it's cut into the card and leaves that edge on there. So can you see you've got the edge on there, and this is just a standard gatefold where they come and meet in the middle, or you can do one of those gatefolds that folds back. So where it folds back on itself and you get the design in the inside, but these come round the outside. That's another lovely way to do it. Just use it the simplest way if you want, just up the front of a card. So you've just cut part of this out and they look fabulous with the foam flowers. And then one of my favourite ones to do, which is the one I'm going to demonstrate for you now, is doing a stepper card and then cutting it into the step of your stepper. I thought these were really different and unusual, so I'm going to do that one there for you. If I just pop these out the way, but you'll see we've done so many masterclasses on the edgeables now, so all the cards that we do with the masterclasses, you can do them with any of the edgeables. So for a stepper card, you're going to want your Score Master, right? And if I just give you the details, so instead of, this is just to do this exact size stepper, all you need to do is you just need to do follow the exact directions that I'm going to give you now. So make sure you write this down, or 55 minutes into the show, you can cut and get this one. So to do this card size here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with card, which is 6.5 inches wide and 11.5 inches long. I've cut it to 11.5 just to make the scoring a little bit easier. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my first panel and score it. I think I did about, let's have a look. Yeah, about 3 inches. So I'm going to score it about 3 inches, not all the way though, and I'm just scoring quite light up the middle there, right? Now, this first half, we're just going to score it in half. So half of 11.5, hang on, half 11, 5.5, so it's 5 3/4. So I'm going to come at 5 3/4, and that is my halfway point on the left. And that's perfect size, you will see. But if we take this card here, congratulations, is going to go up the side there. It's just going to fit in perfectly. So that's what we're going to do there. On this side here, so this is my front, so I'm going to flip this over so that we can do the steps from this side. So your first step comes at 1 3/4 inches. So I come to 1 3/4, score it along, and that's where we're going to take that this score line here down to. So it's going to join up there. So the first score line, 1 3/4. Then we're going to do our first step at 1 inch, so we're going to go at 2 3/4, so that our first little step into it's 1 inch. Then the next one, you're going to jump up to 4 1/4. So we're going to score in at 4 1/4, and then we're going to go at 5 7/8. So 5 7/8 brings it in there. And then I want you to flip your card over and go at 3 1/8 of an inch, all right? So it is one of those ones where it's just to do that exact size step, it's just a little bit complex, the score lines, but you need all of those measurements. So I hope you've either remembered that or written them down. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come in with a metal edge ruler, and we're going to connect from here right down there. We're going to cut straight down the middle until we get to this side here. And you can see this one's going to fold in the middle, right? Then this one's you're going to have a mountain, a valley, a mountain, a valley, and a mountain. And that will give you a perfect 3-step with the side panel here being the perfect length for your edgeables. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to take this, I'm going to pop this on here, so we've got the congratulations, and I'm just going to pop this onto here and send this through my Gemini Joe.
Don't forget as well, £18, $23, you get both. So you get the Score Master and you get the Envelop box as well. The Envelop box are going to allow you to make thousands of different size envelopes there as well. And then the Score Master are great for all of your box making, all of your card blanks. You never need to buy any of those ever again. You'll never buy card blanks and envelopes once you've got those two pieces of kit there together. It's going to save you an absolute fortune, I think it's fair to say. Anne says, Sara, that she's been using the Peek-a-Boos within her exploding boxes, like taking the little creatures and popping them out of her exploding boxes.
Wow,
what a
lovely idea. I love that idea.
Yeah, fantastic. Just fussy cutting them, which is brilliant. And remember as well, you can use the stamps without the dies. You don't need to exclusively use the two together. You can take those cute little animals and use them across a whole host of different projects. Of the Peek-a-Boos though, I need to let you know that the buy the collection, where of course you get the best value and you get the frames included as well, a quarter of that has now sold out and gone. So very, very busy for that. And the saving is the best there. You've got a 30% saving on that, which is fantastic. The elephant is still your favourite individually as well, with that giraffe not far behind. And don't forget, of course, when you buy the collection, you get the free gift too. All you need to do is make sure you've got £30 or $30 worth of product in your basket, and this will automatically appear, which is fantastic.
Love it. Well, good timing, Joe, because that's just coming out the back of the Gemini there. And if I bring this back in, right, there is my card with the die cut on. I almost cut it the wrong way. Right, so here we go. This comes in here, because obviously you want to cut it with this coming off the edge of the card. I almost cut it with the congratulations at the top, which would cut all of this away, which is not what we want. So if I lift this off, I've done exactly what I always tell you guys not to do. I've put my tape not on the bit it still peels off, but you've just got to be a little bit more gentle. See, if I put my tape on this side, it would just come away with the die. And then when we lift this out, and then this bit here is just going to cut away, You can see there, it gives us that lovely congratulations going up the side of the card, and then the whole of the card's just ready to decorate. So I've actually cut, because it's this one here that I decided I was going to copy off. If you look, Joe, I've got all my little bits and pieces. So all I'm going to do is stick all my little bits and pieces on the matte and layered elements.
Now, if you want somewhere to store your dies as well, remember we've got that dynamic storage on the show for you as well from Totally Tiffany, which is fantastic. It's very busy for that. It's really great. You've got all your little dividers in here, and it's got all little different size slots for you to pop your dies into, whether it is tiny, tiny little dies or even big things like your big frame dies. They all sit in there, and they all have their own little place, which is fantastic. So you can see there how beautifully they go in there. And then you've got all of your different dividers. No doubt you can get extra dividers for these as well. 30% of the stock has gone here, but you know, magnetic sheets are great. But as an alternative, this is another way of storing them, even things like your double-sided dies in there too. And then it's a really lovely little pouch. And the great thing is, if you've got them organised by different themes, like birthdays or Christmas, or maybe you have a whole pouch for them, you can just take each pouch out as you need it, label those up on the end, and then you've got your dies ready to go. Really neat little idea that, Sarah, isn't it?
Oh, they're brilliant. And you know, I mean, I've been with Tiffany all this week because she was on HSN as well on Monday, and I mean, she's just got some awesome stuff, Joe. She's probably the most organised craft person I've ever met in the world. And do you know, she literally goes all over the country. When I say the country, I mean America, because she's over in the US. She goes all over the country teaching people how to get organised. I mean, what a job. Just teaching everybody how to get organised. I watched the loads on Monday, and I got loads of hints and tips from her. And it's basically about having everything you need all to hand and easily accessible. So hence all of the organisation she designs is to make that a little bit easier. Now, to finish that card off, I've got, it's not a foam flower masterclass today, so I can't spend all day doing my foam flowers, but I did get the foam flowers ready. So I could sit and do foam flowers all day. It's like one of my favourite things to do. So can you see that's got the lovely little rose in the centre? And all I'm going to do is pop a few of these little pieces, Joe, just on the inside. And I'm using the hot glue gun, well, just because I love burning myself regularly, to be honest. Just because it's so quick. But I do burn myself regularly. I am an absolute liability with it. If you didn't want to
burn yourself, could you use a chunky glue, the 3D glue gel
You
for this?
absolutely could. And do you know what it is? It's brilliant. I'm terrible. If I'm working, there, see, I've just done it. If I'm working back to front upside down, it is really a terror to use this, but trust me, it makes life so much easier. So again, if I'm just going to pop these bits in there, you see the whole card is made in a matter of like minutes. It's just so quick and easy to stick down. So here we go. I just think they finished that off really nicely.
Lynn Christine saying that my crafts can't be helped. It's a storm downstairs. I don't think there's any storms that Tiffany couldn't weather with that, with all of her organisational stuff that's available right now on the website. You can go and see the whole range of what we have over on our website right now, craftscompanion.com.co.uk or of course .eu. And no doubt we'll be welcoming Tiffany back in the not so distant future, I'd imagine.
Well, I think she really enjoyed coming in our show, Joe. So yes, I will absolutely tell her she has to come and visit us again. Look at that. How gorgeous is that card? And I just think, how clever is that with the congratulations? So I know this is supposed to be the masterclass with my lovely little cute characters, but I thought, why not throw in one of these as a bit of an extra?
Fantastic. Getting very, very busy across pretty much everything that you've seen so far on the show. So true about the glue gun, says Liz, but it is so handy with those flowers. Christine saying that's a beautiful card. Evelyn said, can you go to her house and teach her how to do the flowers, Sarah? Well, you know what? Probably can't, but do you know what? We can get close enough, because there's a flower forming masterclass available over on Crafters TV right now. I do believe we already did one. So do pop across there and check it out. Right, I need to give you a recap of some of the stuff that you've already seen that's proving very, very busy. This is your Peek-a-Boos here that you've got. 25% of the stock here gone, £36 or $50. There is your price. You'll all get the free gift with that as well. So do make sure you grab those. Right, the edgeables, always so busy whenever we bring these to you, because you can do all of your different edgeable techniques with them as well. They're available individually if you want to go for them, but the best way to get the best value is to buy them all together. £23.50 or $35.50 if you are in the US. Right, an absolute hero product is our Envelop and Scoremaster, the collection. This is the one, this is the deal that everyone waits for when you get the two together with that great saving of over 30%. You won't need to go out and buy card blanks and envelopes ever again, really, once you've got that, which is amazing. And considering it's such a small investment to do so much for you, it is incredible value for money. The tri-blends are on the show. We bought these back from Friday when we had an incredibly busy Colour Me Happy show. Tri-blends are fantastic. If you're looking for a starting point when it comes to colouring, I don't think there is a better one than these. 24 pens in each of those packs gives you 72 markers in each pack, so 144 markers in total for that fantastic price that you can see there on your screen. Now we've got a fantastic 10-piece ink pad collection available for you. Less than 100 of these to go round, £37 or $52 if you want to go for those. Over 25% off of that as well, and it's a vintage ink pad collection that you are looking at right there. Right, I want to come back and go through the paper handler, which is this one just here. Very, very busy for this on the website. It's called a paper handler, but I think it's just a fantastic storage tool for a whole host of different things. So what you've got is the ability, so you stack these up next to each other, go for multiples of these, and then you can pull them out. The great thing is they're a storage, like caddy almost, if you will, for storing paper or whatever it is you're storing. But then when you want to get on the go with these, all you do is you pop these handles out, and then you can take this around, which is fantastic. And they're really durable. So in here, I've got a whole set of my Gemini plates, the large A4 ones. I've got some acetate in here, got a stamping platform in there, I've got some cardstock. There's absolutely loads in there. You can really cram them full, and you also get all of these tabbed A4 storage wallets that go in there too. So if you wanted to organise little toppers that fall out of your carrier sheets and embellishments and gems and all those kind of things, you've got that good to go. Or you could take those out and you could use them separately if you wanted to as well. But a really, really a fantastic addition to your storage. Let's just pop that down over there. Did you want to see the die storage next? How brilliant is this? So what we've got here is your die storage. Now, what you've got here are all of your different wallets. Let me take the wallet out just to show you what you've got, because they've got different size slots within them. So what you can do is you can open them up. So you can see all the individual slots here. What you then do is just slot your die in whichever slot it is that you want it to sit into. So whether you want to put them in that way. And the great thing is, even if you've got bigger dies, like this one here, all you do is you just pop it into one of the bottom slots, and then that sits perfectly in there as well. Again, you can label the tabs and you can pop them all into different themes if you want to, occasions. It's completely up to you. And they're really, really nice. Again, very robust, very durable, really easy to pop together. $11.99 or $14.99 if you want to go for that one. Really, really busy there. Now, we're having a very, very busy show. Let's see what you guys are up to over in the comments. Hi, Sara Joe. Oh, any chance of some flower forming? This is hard to say, this one. Flower forming foliage dies coming soon. Yes, I do believe there are some flower forming foliage dies on their way back in stock, which shouldn't be too much longer. What I would also say is they don't have to be flower forming dies. You could use the vintage lace. In the vintage lace, there's some lovely foliage dies as well. So go search for those on our website. I know they're in stock, and they could be used instead if you wanted to. But lots of you are commenting along. Any questions that you've got, keep getting them into me. I'm monitoring the Facebook feed over on the Crafters TV page at the moment. Right, the double-sided Centura Pearl offer that we've got is fantastic. So you can see you've got your white here as well, and then what you've also got, we've got the ivory available for you too. Now with these, 3 for £30 or $42. Really, really great value for money. It's 320 GSM, so it's definitely tough enough for card blanks and construction. But when you think about it, £30 will get you 120 sheets, or $42 will get you 120 sheets. That is fabulous value for money. Right, there will also be a craft vault coming up a little bit later in this show. Don't forget, pop yourself over to the website and you can shop ahead for all of the craft vault items there. They're all tagged with the craft vault logo on them, so you'll be able to identify them. In fact, maybe we'll do it a little bit early, who knows. Right, I'm going to hand you back to Sarah. She's got loads that she still wants to share with you.
Yes, I thought, why don't we do an envelope box to put our design in the envelope box? Yeah? That'll be pretty cute, won't it? Right, so we've got the envelope box creator on the show, and I'm going to do the envelope box and cut the little, I've got the little puppy, so I'm going to cut the little puppy design into the front of the envelope box, okay? So here's my little puppy ready to go, and I'm going to use that little, the little archway so that we can cut it away. So let me just make sure, let's have a look at this, right? So this is 4.5 inches. So I want to be making sure my envelope box is at least 5 inches wide, so that we've got a little bit of a gap at both sides. In fact, should we just go 5 by 5? I think a 5 by 5, maybe it's a 5 by 4. Yeah, maybe it's a 5 by 4, it'll be lovely. That'll just sit in there nicely with my little cutaway piece. Right, 5 by 4. And how deep do we want the envelope box to be? Should I do, I mean, we can do a whole inch if we want. Should I do 1/2 inch? Yeah? So in the envelope box instructions, right, you've got all the instructions first of all, but then you've got all of these grids. So you've got them in millimetres, then you've got them in inches. So here's your flat envelope instructions. Here's your ones for 1/2 inch. You've got ones for 3/4 and ones for 1 inch. So I'm going to do a 1/2 inch one. So you turn over onto the 1/2 inch. Now I know this looks very overwhelming, right? However, it's really not when you break it down like this, okay? We said we wanted to go 5 inches wide. So we come and we put this down the 5 inches, right? And then we said we wanted it to be 5 inches by what? I think I said, did I say 5 by 4 or did I say 5 by 5? Right, so if I said 5 by 4, it tells me for a 5 by 4 1/2 inch envelope box, we're looking in this corner here. So 7.5 inch square cardstock is what we want to be doing. So what I do is, I'll get my guillotine out. 7.5 inches, we're just going to pop this in and we're going to cut this to 7.5 inches wide. It's very important to be mega accurate with these, okay? So it's only going to work if you've got them, if you follow the sizes exactly that I've said. So 7.5 inches, so it's going to cut perfectly from that lovely Centura pearl that we've got, and this is the double-sided Centura pearl. Now, let's just go and remind ourselves. So we said 5 by 4. Did I really say that? 5 by 4. 5 inches wide by 4 inches deep. Yes, I did. We're all good. That's going to fit lovely. So it was the 7.5, and it said lines D and F. And it says up here, use position 1 and 2. So let me show you what that means. So D and F. So we'll do D first. These are positions 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I'm going to come into here, right? And we're going to do D. So position 1 and D, then into position 2 and do D again, all right? Turn it round, do the opposite side. So we're going back into here, we're going to go D, and then we're going to go into the next step and do D again. And then the other line, what was it, D and F? Yep, so then we're going to come to the other one, and what you'll see is the F crosses that D line. So it crosses it in position 1, and it crosses it again in position 2. So there's all of our scoring done there. So D on 2 lines, F on the other 2. And then before we assemble it together, we're going to do our die cutting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop my little archway on here. So can you see we're going to get that roughly lined up on the inside. And I'm going to use my tape, which I have temporarily put in a very safe spot. Like, oh, Joe, where have I put my tape? Am I looking at it? Here it is, down here. Right, see, this is what happens. I get a bit carried away. I've tried to tidy up a little bit. So that I've just lined up perfectly in the middle. So if I had one of my Tiffany organisers, I'd just have it right there, wouldn't I, Joe? And then I'm going to stamp. So we've got the little doggy, and I'm going to stamp my little doggy, and I'm going to stamp the word friend. And I could send this to my friend who had a little doggy. And you see, you just line all of these dies up next to each other. So that is going to line up there, and I'm going to just use that. So that's all lined up perfectly. That's stuck down here. And I'm hoping this inspires you to realise your Peek-a-Boos don't just have to be for cards now. Isn't it nice to do something a little bit different with them? Right, so just make sure none of those dies are over top of each other. Yep, I think that's just a tiny little bit on the close side for comfort, that. So I'm just going to drop it down a little bit further. Yeah, you can always trim them a little bit to make sense. There we go. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to just bring in my cutting plate. So obviously you're going to need the large Gemini for this, because for all the small dies we're cutting a big envelope box. You're going to go cutting plate, clear, magnetic, top plate, and then that'll do all of the die cutting. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of acetate inside. Now, Joe, I think we've got the acetate. We've got the acetate on the show. Yes, there it is on the bottom of your screen. So 3 for £10 or $14. And we put that 3 for £10 or $14 on so that if you don't want all acetate, you could get some acetate and you could get some Nina Solar White, some of the watercolour card. You could get basically you could get whatever bits it is that you need and you can stock up. But it's very, very busy on the acetate today, okay? Right, so there we go. We lift all of these out. And this is when you just want to come in with your little bit of a knife and just make sure you've nicked all of those edges perfectly and just got them all connected up, and then that will lift out. And there's my little feline friend in there. And I'm going to stamp the front of him. Now, we don't need to worry about the back because you won't see the back inside the envelope. So you could stamp the front. Oh, because it's an envelope, how about we stamp the back and pretend that he's looking in to see what's in the envelope? That's a cute idea. I'm just going to mask off the bottom of my envelope in case he comes down a little bit further. There we go, you see. I love it when a plan comes together, Joe. So I'm going to take that. We're going for that dodgy headshot again. There we go, you've got it. There we go, straight down. Oh, and then just making sure I've just covered over the end a little bit there so that we haven't covered over the edge. So we've just covered in my little cutie character dog there. So he's just stamped perfectly on there. I will, just to give that a little bit of time to dry, I've got a piece of acetate. So I'll just make sure my acetate is just cut to slightly smaller than this so that we can stick it inside. So there we go, there's one. And then there's the other side. Now my top tip, if you're working with acetate, the best thing you can use to stick it down is the red liner tape. So I think we've got some back in stock on the website. So if you want to make sure your acetate is very, very well stuck, red liner tape is absolutely what you need just to make sure of that. You'll see me using my my tape pens quite regularly because I'm trying to do a quickie job on it. But if you're taking your time and you really want it to stick very, very thoroughly, red liner tape is the one you want to be using. Look, see, that's a little bit thin there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut to one of my thinner pieces of the red liner. And this is why we do the mix packs with the different sizes, so that then I can come and I can put just a little thinner piece on here. And then I'm just going to peel the backings off, Joe. Oh, where's me? Here we go. I'm going to peel these backings off.
You know, if you'd have got in early last night with the adhesive bundle, oh, we had a deal on the adhesive bundle last night. But it has got, I feel a bit bad mentioning it now because it's like, you know, it has gone. But it does show you when you see these amazing deals, you do absolutely have to grab them, you know, because...
What is it your friend says?
Snooze you lose, y'all, is what Sonia in Louisiana says. And she's absolutely right. She really is. Loads of you loving this. A couple of people saying they can't see the craft fault items over on the website. They are there, they're just not labelled as craft fault. You'll see them in a minute as we go through them and you'll be able to grab them, but they are there, we've double checked. I'll take you through them. Oh, there's some good Chloe stuff coming up in a minute, you know, Sarah.
Oh, how have you wangled that for your craft fault?
It's a lot of sweet talking goes on over at the warehouse.
I tell you what.
A product that I've actually never seen before from Chloe as well, so it's going to be good. You've only got a couple more moments to wait.
Right, all I'm doing for my envelope box is cutting into the edge and cutting out a little, snicket. I'm using the world's largest scissors ever. I'll cut to a smaller pair and I'll try and show you that again. Maybe it's on the close-up, okay? So in the bottom corners like this, what you're going to do is you're going to come straight in from the side. Then you're just going to cut a little notch out like this. And then what you want to do is just cut this tiny little bit out from the side, and the same from here as well. So we just cut that notch out beautifully. Just remembered I was going to do some nice inking around thing before I put my acetate in, and I totally forgot to do that, Joe. So I might do it. Should we try and fudge it? Should we try and see what you would do if you forgot to do it and you want to add it in later?
I think it sounds like I just think it's. I think we need to do it just from a from a scientific, crafty experiment kind of way.
Let's have a look then. So if I put this back in, I should be able to mask off the area that I don't want to ink. Right, what colour? Should we go with a nice pinky colour? So I've got some plum and, I think I'll go with plum and maybe there's a bit of pink tulip as well.
Oh, nice.
Right, so what I'm going to do, here we go. We'll go plum first from the middle. So I'm just going to pick this up. Yeah, look, I've totally pulled that off with a little bit of pink from round there and then round here. Right, Joe, I can't talk and do all the rest, so I'm going to concentrate.
No problem at all.
You'll have to do any talking.
That ink pad deal is on your screen. I'll just run you quickly through the colours that you get included again. So you're going to get the pumice, the smoked pearl, the friar brown, the sandstorm brown, the bordeaux, the anthracite, the smoked emerald, the pine tree, the grasshopper, and the damson wine as well. So you're going to get all 10 of those included. You've got a 25% discount on that, which is fantastic, because normally you have to buy like the 29-piece ones when we bring you those 25% off deals, but you've got a great one on there. There's some tools as well if you need the blending tools. We've got a square blending tool with the refills and the craft mat available for you as well. That's also on the show today as well, so you can see that they're £12 or $16.50. It's really great just saving your work surface if you don't have one of those big mahoosive glass mats like we do here in the studio. That looks amazing.
Yeah,
just adding that colour.
I've totally managed to pull that one off. Brilliant. And then look, I'm going to blend the other pink down the bottom here so that it all blends off to the same shade. Now this is blending on that Centura pearl. So, it's the double-sided pearl as well, so our envelope box is going to look really nice from the inside too. And I've blended that onto the pearl. So what happens is you get the colour showing through and you still see the pearl. So I've got the ombre of the light pink to the deeper pink. And then I've got the, let's get you to open them. We'll get this coming down the bottom. And then I've got the pearl of the pearl, so like the little speckle still showing through. So there you go. And then we've just had enough time, so I'll be able to colour in my little doggy now. So let's have a little look. If I bring my tri-blends in, Joe, I'm going to go with, should we do a little brown doggy? Should we get the golden brown shades? We'll get the deeper shades. Well, look, I'll go golden brown shades with golden brown blend so that we can do a deeper, thicker, or I can do his spots in one colour. Yes, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do the spots lighter. So I'm going to start off with the deeper one. Now this is Centura Pearl, so it won't blend as well as what it would have done if I was doing it on my Nina cardstock, but you'll still get a little bit of a blend on there, if it makes sense. Can you see? It's still going to blend around. It's just not quite as, it kind of sucks the ink out of your pen a little bit faster than it would do if you were doing this onto your Centura Pearl.
Fantastic. Very, very busy on those tri-blend markers at the moment. Remember, you get both sets together today on the show. We've repeated that offer that we did on the Colour Me Happy show. So if you're going for them today, you can, of course, just pop back and you can watch the whole Colour Me show, Colour Me Happy show that happened on Friday. I mean, these are perfect for beginners, but they give you such an amazing effect that you're going to look like a colouring pro when you've used these, no matter what your ability is. Loads of people loving the whole Peek-a-Boo collection as well. That's getting very, very busy over on the website too. We're having a very, very busy show. We're having a very, very busy week. Don't forget, of course, that your free gift. Now, everyone, of course, is going to get the free gift when you spend over £30 or $30. So absolutely do grab that. Well, you don't even need to do anything. It will just appear in your basket when you've got £30 or $30 worth of stock in there. We only have a finite amount as well of the free gift, so we can't guarantee every day that you'll be able to get the free gift all day. What I'd say is if you're watching this show back and the free gift hasn't appeared in your basket when you've got £30 or $30 in there, it will have sold out and gone. Stacey's making me laugh over on Facebook, saying that she's got new nicknames for us. I'm her handsome Prince Joe, which I'm happy with, Sara, but you're Queen Sara, that's what you are. I'm a nice handsome prince, you're Queen Sara.
I'm Queen Sara, right, that's okay. I thought it wasn't going to be a good one the way you started off there. I was a little bit worried.
What did you think it was going to be?
I don't know, but when you paused a little bit, I thought, oh dear, this is not going to be good. But it is, we're all right. Right, are we ready to stick this whole piece together now, right? So I'm going to stick my, I might as well use this lovely liner tape while we're here. Let's use this thinner one here. So all I'm going to do is take this and I'm going to put these down the flaps of my envelopes. And again, the red liner tape is really good if you're going down the flaps, especially if you're using like a pearlescent card like this one, because we're able to go down the flaps and be really narrow because you only want to be at the very, very ends. So we've got that ready. Little bit of tape pen on the edges. So this is just going to go into those edges and then peel the backs off here. And what you'll see is we make it first of all as a box. So these two bits go into here and fold up as the box, right? And then these come in from the side and you fold up the bottom. So we're just going to make sure we do one side and then match up the other side, do the other side as well. That just folds over the back there. And there is my lovely little envelope box. Now, what I probably would do, Joe, just to be neat, is probably cut another bit of Centura pearl. Yes, you see, that's going to look much nicer if you cut a square of pearl and slot it in the back. And then you won't see on the inside, you won't see the kind of workings, but you'll still have the flap. So I think I'll do that. Did you say you were getting ready for your craft vault, Joe?
Oh, yeah, I am.
Go on then, I tell you what, I'll get some cutting done. I'll get this ready. You guys have a look at what Joe's got in the craft vault today.
Craft vault where I've been having a good old rummage and a good old nag and moan to try and get you some of the absolute best deals. Now, it's a 3 for 2 across everything in the craft vault today, which is fantastic. Who doesn't love Prosecco? In the US, you guys are always a bit unsure what Prosecco is. It's basically like a sparkling wine, which is very popular from Italy. I think because you guys have your own sparkling wines from like California and stuff, maybe it isn't so popular there. But we've got 3 fantastic stamps in here. I've got lots of friends of mine that I'd be able to give this to. It basically says, pop the Prosecco, and then you've got every single day of the week as well. So it could be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. But this is what you're going to be able to create when you're using that, which is fantastic. You've also then got as well another one, Prosecco o'clock, which is all the time. It's always 5 o'clock somewhere, isn't it? Let's face it. That's going to allow you to make beautiful finished projects such as this. And then this one here is whenever you need me, I'll be there in a Prosecco. If you've got a crafty friend that loves the Prosecco, I think this is definitely the one for them. As well, maybe if you thought to yourself, do you know what, I'm not going to break the bank today, but I'm going to treat myself to something today. $4.98 to get yourself 3 brand new stamp sets is $4.98 to get yourself 3 brand new stamp sets is really great value for money. £5.90 and it's on a 3 for 2. Don't forget as well. Now they're all within the Shop the Show. They're not marked with a craft vault today, but they are all there in the Shop the Show category. So do go ahead and find them. We've got another one for you. This one here says Prosecco friends make the perfect blend. Indeed they do. So you can see here again what you've got there. That's the way you can use that in a lovely little project. You've also got here as well, laughter is the best medicine, or gin, whatever. This would be Leanne's one, wouldn't it, this one? Gin is good. Laughter's also good, and that's been beautifully heat embossed there. Really great for a little card project, wonderful for a little home decor project, maybe just a notelet or a little box frame, a little scrap page that you're going to use with that as well. Flamingos, so popular at the moment, really, really on trend, so it's great that you've got this as well. It says, be a flamingo in a flock of pigeons. We have some very nice pigeons here in our crafting collection. We had a lovely pink pigeon last week, didn't we? You've got that one there. It was a dove, apparently. I don't think they're that different, to be fair. $4.98 or $5.90 if you want to get that one. Right, we've got some stamps and dies for you. So we've got 2 different sets available on the show for you. So I'm going to go first. with the one that's got thinking in it. Is that the one that we're going to go for first? Oh, no, it's the other one. So let's go with this one. So in here, what you've got is these are our stamp and die collections that you can see. So you've got that really lovely big die there, and then around that, you've got all the stamps that you might need there as well, which is fantastic. So you can really start to personalise your own sentiment, if you will. Now, once they're stamped and die cut out, this is what you end up with. So that's a die cut element in the middle there, and then what you've got is all your stamps around it. So you can see you've got things like together, we make makes good times better, loads of different things you can do with them. So as well as family, in this one you're also going to have friend, and you've got smile in there as well. $11.98, you're paying for 2, we're sending you 3, which is great. If you love that, we've got another option of that on the show for you as well. And again, exactly the same stamp die configuration. And this one has got thinking. It also has thanks. And you've got love in there too. Really lovely brush lettering font that's also very, very legible as well, which is brilliant. So you've got all of those in there. Right, the Chloe embossing folders, these are gorgeous. They're 3D embossing folders too. So like our embossing folders, you've got that lovely 3D embossed finish. In things like a mirror, these look so luxurious. A quarter of the stock of these is gone. Now you can see there, what you've got is you've got the handbag and you've got the shoes there as well. And then this one here is the floral dress. Now, my, this one is absolutely gorgeous. Can you see what you're going to be able to create there? It is absolutely wonderful. And what you've got then as well is you've got that pearly background, which is that one there. $13.98, you pay for 2, we send you all 3 of those. You don't need to get all 3 of them in your basket individually or anything like that. Just one item in your basket gets you all 3 of those lovely Chloe 3D embossing folders. Now, I don't know how I've managed to do this, but these, third of the stock's gone, you haven't even seen them. I think these will sell out pretty much as soon as you've seen them. I'm going to go low and then go big, so we'll work up if that's all right. Now, what you've got here is 36 sheets. This is a 6x4 luxury dimensional pad that you've got just here. Now, what these are is you've got this, you've got your card in here. Can you see how it's foiled? But then what you've got is the ability to pop these out. So you see that snowflake, for instance. I'm not going to be able. You see the snowflake? Let me just pull that out. Can you see how I'm able to make that dimensional? So you can actually just, shall I just pull it out and show you? It would be easier, wouldn't it? So let's pull it out and show you. So what you can do is take it out and then you can manipulate this. What you do is pop all of those little, what are the arms of a snowflake called?
Snowflake arms.
Snowflake arms.
Yeah.
You can pop all these out.
These are brilliant, by the way, if you ink them, Joe.
Oh yeah, I can imagine, because I bet you what you can do is pop a bit of paper behind it, just ink the bit that's poking out, and you've got something absolutely gorgeous. They're wonderful. I've never seen a paper pad that's got those sort of bits that you can manipulate out of that. That's just one design as well. Let me show you some of the others. So you've got the wonderful bows in here. There's absolutely loads of them, loads of different designs. Wonderful poinsettia again. You're able to pop those out of there. Really gorgeous. Now, for you just getting that, I think just for $17.98 you'd be getting that one alone. Oh no, you're getting 2 more as well. Let me show you what else you're getting. So you're also getting this one again. Now this one has all the pop-out elements too, but it's a bit bigger. So check this one out. You've got big snowflake arms in this one that you're going to be able to manipulate. Some foiling on here as well. So if you inked that, what's wonderful is the foiling would act as a resist. So you would have a lovely foiled resist technique. Again, you've got the poinsettias in here. You've got multiple ones. Think about fussing, cutting those out as well. You've got holly in here, lovely frames. They're called dendrite snowflake arms, apparently.
Yes, because we had a product once called dendritic snowflakes.
Oh,
and I never understood what the dendritic was. Now it makes sense.
Years later, finally found out. And then you've got all these
one of my
lovely...
Sarah signature ones as well. Needless to say, I didn't name it. I was like, what are these dendritic circles or dendritic snowflakes? What I meant to say.
Oh, you got those in there as well. You got these lovely little toppers in here that pop out. That's amazing value for money. It's all there in a pad. And then what we've done as well is we've given you the paper pad too. Now the paper pad has got really beautiful, gorgeous foiling in there. Look at that. I mean, animal print, I didn't think animal print could get better. Oh yeah, it can. You just foil it turns out. Beautiful, lovely foiled hearts. Lovely backgrounds. You've got the shoes in there. This paper pad is absolutely gorgeous. More geometric. Got that one there. Look at that one. It's like a foiled blue tiger print. Really gorgeous. That's lovely. Not going to last, this one. $17.98, $26.90. Gets you the pattern papers. Gets you the 6x6. And gets you the 6x4 in all of the die cut elements as well. Now, even in the craft vault, you can even still use your Club Inspire discount within the craft vault. If you're new to us here, you're unfamiliar with Club Inspire, here's all the details.
Welcome to Club Inspire, our free loyalty club. As a member of the club, you can save up to 20% every time you shop with us. For every £1 you spend, whether it's in one of our stores or on our website, you'll collect 1 loyalty point. The more points you have, the more benefits you'll receive. As a welcome present, we'll give you 20% discount with your very first order. Once you place your first order, you'll be given 250 points straight away, making you a bronze member. This will mean that you'll receive a 5% discount on all of your purchases until the end of the next calendar year, plus priority postage. 500 points takes you up to silver membership, where you'll get 10% discount plus free shipping when you spend over £20. When you get to 750 points, you'll become a gold member, which gets you a whopping 15% discount on every order, and we'll ship them to you completely free, no matter how big or small they are. Spend over £25 and we'll send them to you via our premium next day delivery courier service. When you reach 1500 points, you'll become a platinum member, giving you the same shipping benefits as a gold member, but with the added bonus of a massive 20% discount on all of your purchases. Now, on top of that, you'll receive exclusive discounts, sneak peeks of brand new products, special offers and money-saving vouchers. You'll have access to an exclusive secret Facebook group to meet like-minded friends, to find out information first and to be inspired by all the crafty makes. We'll send you a completely free quarterly Digimag direct into your inbox, giving you lots of hints, tips, inspiration, additional offers and some sneaky behind the scenes gossip from the team. So what are you waiting for? Become a member of our club today.
All the details there, of course, of Club Inspire. Sally says, Joe, I can tell the boss is back in the building. You're being so well behaved today. Give yourself a gold star.
I'm dying to know what I slept through yesterday. That's all I'm saying.
Watch it back, honestly. It's really worth a chuckle. It's really, really worth a chuckle. Michelle Joyce, it's her birthday. She says she's going to be 21 plus VAT again. Great. Michelle's also saying she loves Prosecco, but it hates her. I don't think you're alone there. I think maybe it likes you. Maybe it just doesn't like you in large volume. I think that's fair to say that it's the same for all of us. Joe, Chris says, Joe, doves are totally different to pigeons. Well, I'm going to have to beg to differ, I'm afraid. I don't think they're that similar. If a pigeon was pink, would it look like a dove? I think it would. Oh, Joe, we know Prosecco. Happy Hump Day. Oh, you weren't here last week where I tried to describe, Sarah, the concept of Hump Day to Debbie Robinson. She just didn't get it. It just wasn't. She thought I was pulling her leg. She just thought it meant something completely different. Yeah. We spiralled out of control.
Okay, so what is a Hump Day?
You don't know what Hump Day is.
I don't know what a Hump Day is. I can see where Debbie was on the whole. What's going on here?
Hump Day is Wednesday because it is the middle of the week. So your week goes uphill to Wednesday, over the hump on a Wednesday, downhill to the weekend.
Ah, right.
I love that.
So are we at the pinnacle of where we're hitting for the week?
This is it. So we're at the top of the hump now. Well, we're just approaching the summit. In our next show, we'll be just over the top of the summit. We'll be all downhill to the weekend.
Yeah, but Joe, you're here 7 days a week now.
Yeah, every day.
Doesn't that make tomorrow Hump Day?
Well, maybe it's a multi-humped week. I don't know. Who knows?
It's a camel week. It is a camel week. Let's just go there.
And then Debbie, I think, didn't understand that some camels only have one hump, and then we had a whole other debate about that as well. It was quite a bit of a mess, that show last week, but it was a lot of fun. Right, I want to run you through the Peek-a-Boos really quickly. I know we're running out of time, but it's getting very, very busy on these now. So you've got the cat one here, which is gorgeous. You've also got the dog. You've got the elephant. Don't forget as well that you can mix and match these too if you want to. You've then got the bear, you've got the giraffe, and you've got the bunny as well. Now I believe the elephant and the giraffe are very, very busy individually. Individual along the bottom of the screen there if you want to get them. However, I think it's so great because if you get them all together for £36 or $50, you're also going to get the frames included as well, which is going to allow you to create those apertures, not just for these projects, but you can actually use that in a whole host of other projects if you want to as well. 30% off. It will qualify you, don't forget as well, for that free gift. So you'll get those beautiful floral stamps winging their way to you as well, which is great. Now, I know we're running out of time, Sara, but I reckon you could give us a little bit more inspiration, don't you think?
Oh, yes, I hope so. We've got a little note here of Cynthia. She's saying we need to change our video with the new shipping rate on. We do. If you understand, so at the moment, the shipping rates are astronomical all over the world because there's just no, because we fly all of our orders over to you over in America. So it's literally costing us a fortune to send your parcels. But that's our worry, not yours, which is why we raised the free shipping to $100 in the US. We're hoping that, you know, when the shipping kind of gets back to normal, we might be able to get back to normal here, but I have no idea when that might be. So it's a good idea, Cynthia. I think we absolutely maybe should be looking at getting that changed. Right, I'm just going to run you through a few samples to kind of try and give you a bit of inspiration before we go and do another demo. Is that a good idea, Joe? Absolutely. So there's my little bear, you see, and I just love, so these are all done with the tri-blend so that they all look three-dimensional. We'll do a little bit more tri-blend colouring on the next one, just to show you, even if it's just making the little bear faces look a little bit more rounded, or for example, look at this one here. How gorgeous is that little doggy? And it's just cut into the front. Now it's up to you whether you just have him on or you do the technique where you have him on the front and the back. I just think they're so unique and clever to do this, and they don't have to just be this way. Remember with the envelope, we did it the other way where he was peeking in. They look really nice, and I think if you make someone a card, how nice to do this. It just encourages you to open that up and have a look. And you see that whole, can you see it says dearest friend? That's because on the set you get all the extras. You don't just get the dog and the friend, you get all the little stamps to go with it. Look, I'm going to bring this one on here as well, this little spinner card. So who's done this one here? Sharon. She's done this, and she's actually done the, she's just drawn a little couch to put the cat on, and she's got the cat on the front and the cat on the back. So if you've got, whether you draw it or maybe you've got some other little dies, and you could do them with one on the top and one on the bottom. I think that's a really brilliant idea, that one. Love that idea. Great one there, Sharon. Right, so I've seen a few samples. Hang on, I've got a couple more that I wanted to get to. So here, let's have a look at this one. This is the one that I said reminded me of Madagascar, where you've got all of the little characters and you've got the little moon on the inside. The elephant, by the way, is so cute to colour. And those of you who are maybe quite new to the colouring and you want to get something, you know, you want to kind of start off and advance your skills, these are perfect because they're not difficult to do. They're very, very similar. You could do like a little family card with all the little animals, or talk about family, how awesome was that little photo album? This, I think, is absolutely brilliant. Oh, Joe, your memory album. You could do your memory album, and you could have the little characters as the little coming down the sides, because you see each one of these.
Oh wow, what a great idea.
Isn't that lovely? So it's the little tab on the top, but the top then has it's got the little cat on the back. Oh my life, you have to do this now. You have to do your pages, because you cut your pages yourself, and then you can do the pages with the little characters sticking out. I'm going to have to do one of those. Just on the side of one of your precious memories. And of course you've got all the little animals, so you could do the little animals all the way down the side. I love this, Joe. Love this idea.
Really beautiful,
no idea. Oh, who did it? Avril. I do have an idea. We said it was Avril, didn't we? That's a lovely idea, that Avril. Right, so you know what I'm going to do, Joe? You might be sick of me doing these, but I really like doing it, and I think it's quite a nice card. I'm going to do one of my Z folds. Right?
Fantastic. I need to let you know 30% of the stock's gone of these Peek-a-Boos. It's very, very busy. A lot of you have got this in your basket at the moment as well. Cindy Sue says, be careful, Sara, with hump day or double hump. This is how it started yesterday with wheels coming off. I never laughed so hard. I laughed so hard. In fact, I overslept this morning, so joining late today. We'll watch back a bit.
Oh, so, you know, I slept yesterday, didn't wake up till 1 o'clock. I mean, I didn't go to bed till 5:30 in the morning, but I didn't wake up again till 1 o'clock, even through the kids getting up and getting ready to go to school.
Did you manage to sleep last night though? Did you go to bed at your normal time last night?
Oh yeah, sleeping's never a problem for me.
I'm the same. I can sleep.
Never a problem.
Basically,
for me.
this weekend I just hibernated. I was like asleep more than I was awake this weekend is how it
You
felt.
obviously needed it.
I did.
That's all I can say. Right, are you ready? So I'm going to show you how to do a Z-fold card. So I'm using my A4, but if you're working with 8.5 by 11, I'll just tell you how you can adjust it. What you need to do is fold your card in half. So because it's A4, I'm going to go at 5 7/8. That gives me the halfway point, okay? If you're working with 8.5 by 11, that would be at 5.5. Then we're going to score this half in half. So it's just one little notch before the 3 here. So that gives me, and this is that lovely Centura Pearl, you're going to score, oh it's not because this is just a single-sided one. You're getting the double-sided one. You've got an even better thing than what I've got, right? So there we go. So you've got the half fold and then the half fold again. And then what we're going to do is we're going to trim this off. So if I just bring in my guillotine, I'm going to trim this off to about 5.5 inches. Doesn't have to be exact, but about 5.5 inches just gives me a nice size card. So can you see that gets us our card there? And then what we're going to do is this one here, all you do with it is you flip it over, right? And it attaches to the bottom of your card here to make that Z fold. So remember that one? It's like this, and then all you're going to do is you're going to flip over the bit that's cut off and it's going to stick on the bottom of your card. Now this is the one that I'm going to do all of my work with, okay? So what I'm going to do is I've got my bunny and I'm just going to stamp the bunny. So we only need to stamp his head. Oh, I tell you what, I'll do the die cutting first. I'm going to die cut the word bunny and stamp the bunny. Crikey, these are stuck on really, really well, Joe. And then send it through. And because it's really small, Joe, I'm going to send it through the little Gemini Mini.
Ah, fabulous. Very busy for those Chloe paper pads in the craft file. I'll revisit those again at the end of the show. But if you want them, you'll need to be really quick. 40%'s gone. There's a lot of them in baskets at the moment. So do grab those if you want them. I love the idea of really mix and matching. I think with a lot of collections, Sarah, you can just go for one or two and that's absolutely fine. That's great. I think with these, I would want to be getting all of them. So I could use... friend with the elephant or with the giraffe. I could use baby with the cat if I wanted to as well. And remember, when you go for the whole collection, you also get the frame as well. It's important to get that arch, isn't it, when you're getting these, Sarah?
Yes, it really does make all the difference, Joe. It's the best thing I can tell you to do. It really does make a ton of difference having those straights, because look, so many of the cards that we've done use that extra little bit.
And of course, you're going to be able to use it in your other projects as well. Other editable elements that you've got, you'll be able to use that arch with. So it really is very, very versatile. Getting busier and busier and busier as we go towards the end of the show now. You can watch and shop, of course, at the same time on the website. Don't forget that, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu. We are back together again. It's the double Sara day today.
It's a double Sara. Well, it's because I'd missed you so much yesterday, you see. So I'm like, I'm here. I've even got my director in our ear. I think he missed me too. Yeah, I bet it was, well, at least it sounds like there was a lot of misbehaving anyway. So, right, here we go.
Our director was up in the middle of the night watching you on HSN. He woke up and thought, I wonder if Sara's on HSN.
I told you he'd missed me. Right, so here we go. So you've got your bunny on there. It's going to play havoc with us that if I don't get that trimmed off perfectly.
I thought you were going to cut him off then for a moment.
No, he's not going. What I am going to do though is I'm going to stamp him now. So do you want to stamp? Do we want the front of him or do we want the back of him? We've got a request for the back here. So let's have a look. It can be peering in our little card. All you're going to do is a little bit of ink on the back. Again, we're going to use the tri-blend, so make sure you use your alcohol proof on here. And then that is just going to line up perfectly over the edge there. Look at that. It's so easy. Right. So here we go. Let's have a look. So for him, I would reckon we want the greys. So I'm going to get my ice greys out here. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to go... So how you colour them to be three-dimensional, you see? You're going around the outside, like this. And then we'll go from the outside, we're going to come into the middle one. And it's just taking, so can you see I'm still getting a blend, even though I'm not working onto the Nina cardstock, I'm still getting a bit of a blend. It just soaks it into the card a little bit more. Another reason why you would always want to try and use Nina cardstock, Joe, is what you'll find is your pens run out quicker. So, and that's the reason for me why I always use the right cardstock, because on the Nina card it's super smooth, which means you're going to get like they just sits on the top of the card and takes a little while to dry. Whereas when you use it into a cardstock like this, it soaks into the card a lot faster, and then it's not going to dry quite as fast, so it doesn't use up as much ink. Leanne, if you get her to explain it next time she's in, she's really good at explaining it.
She is very good, isn't she? If you want to go for the Nina, it's 3, 4, 10 or 14 details along the screen at the bottom of the screen. Robbie is saying, gosh, I love these Peek-a-Boo animals, all of them. What a cute idea with the family album, isn't it? And I think the thing is with this, this doesn't just need to be for card projects, does it? Scrapbooks, home decor, photo albums you've seen as well. It is one, I would say, quite cost-effective set of stamps and dies that you're going to be able to use across a plethora of different crafting, which is fantastic. You've got loads of versatility with these, and I'm guessing you could just use a sentiment on its own if you wanted to, or the word on its own, and take it out and put it on like a new baby card without the animal if you wanted.
Totally. And then look at all the words you've got. So you've got your sum, to some, you're cute as a, there's no something like you, some, so you could have some bunny loves you, there's no bunny like you, special, awesome, you could have some bunny is worried about you. How cute's that? So there's some really nice little designs on there. So there is my the front to go on the front of the Z. Here is my Z card, and what I'm going to do is just do a little bit of matting and layering onto the front of the card there. So when you're doing your matting and layering, if you're using your glues, you're going to use your Collal All-Purpose. And I don't think, the next time Leanne's in, you need to get her to do a bit of a glue school, Jo, because she's like the queen.
She did one last night for us.
Did she?
Yeah, amongst all of the laughing and the fact that she even nearly fell off her box at one point. She had to get down. She thought she was going to fall off. She managed to squeeze a glue school in as well for you. So definitely go back and watch that back if you want a glue school.
Oh, brilliant. Because I remember she taught me about all the different glues. Leanne, you see, is the head of everything product related in our business. So anytime anyone wants to know anything about product, or we have to do new products, Leanne susses it all out and then teaches the rest of us. So you guys all think I'm like this expert. I'm really not. I just learn everything off Leanne, just like you guys do. So, yeah, there you go. All the secrets are out.
Sally was saying that she loved watching you on HSN, but it all just goes too quick. It's all too fast for her. Her head was spinning. Well, that's why it's always really important that you watch the preview that we do as well before, because in the preview, we go through all nice and slowly, don't we, Sarah? Explain it all in loads of detail, and then you can get yourself organised. A lot of people asking as well when some of the product that was launched on HSN will be launching here in the UK very soon, I'm told, Sarah. Is that right?
It is all coming. It is all coming. We've got all the shows planned in with it. HSN, because they don't have shows every week like what we do here, they kind of launch everything for the month on one day, whereas we spread it out over the course of the whole month so that we've got loads of stuff going on. So I think our way is the best way to do it.
Definitely mark your diary though. The 26th of June is going to be a big day here on Crafters TV. It's not just Rose Gold Day or collection. It's not just a Rose Gold collection. It's Rose Gold Day, isn't it? So we're going to be launching it in the UK and Europe. It's going to be exciting. I'm so excited. I'm
a bit gutted because I'm cutting me bunny off with me. Look, I'd already cut this ready, and I forgot that I'd cut the front. So can we see? I've got the front bit there. If I show you this from the front here, can you see? We've just got. I put all these panels on, and I've just already done a bit of embossing on these, so that we've got like a nice little bit of decoration. So if we pop these on there,
they're saying that I need a special outfit for Rose Gold Day, Sarah. Ooh. And as it should happen, I have got a gold sequin t-shirt, and I've got gold stretch wet look leggings as well. Don't ask, it was a festival outfit, but I'll post a photo on Facebook, and you can let me know what you think after the show.
Brilliant. Yes, definitely post us a picture, and we'll let you know if that's going to be suitable for Rose Gold Day, Jo.
If I wear the apron, maybe.
There's my little bunny on the front. And then you know what I was saying about about having all the extras. I've got there's no bunny like you. How cute's that? There's no bunny like you. Love it. So there, I told you, I know I'm a bit obsessive with the Z cards at the moment, Joe, but I think they're really clever and it's a brilliant way to show off the edgeables really nicely. So yes, so if you like them, I think that's it's a good way to do it. We've done all right, haven't we, card-wise?
Oh,
I've got quite a few,
loads.
but I do like a good masterclass, you see, for getting in depth and doing some really advanced stuff.
Do you want me just to pop you back through the options that you've got? I say options, but literally nearly every one of you, far and away the vast majority, are going for the whole collection. I guess if you have got them already, or you've got a couple of these already, because we bought them to you individually before, you might want to go for a couple of them. If you do, you get them individually, $5.99, or they're 2 for 12 or 18 if you want to get them like that. But you've got in here, you've got the cat there as well. I love that you've got the back element too as well. It gives you the most amount of craftable options. You've got the doggy in there, you've got the baby elephant in there, there's the bears, you've got the giraffe, and you've got the bunny. You've actually, I think that my favourite is the bear. I've got lots of friends that I think I could send a bear card to, so I definitely would maybe be going for that one. I think that's definitely my favourite, and the bunny is super cute as well. Now remember, if you get the whole set together, then what you're going to do is you get the arches as well, the frames, and the frames are fabulous because it allows you to cut that aperture. Of course, I mean, you could do it with a ruler and a craft knife if you want, but it's great just to have the aperture that fits perfectly as well. £36, $50. Remember, if you go for that as well, you've got to get qualified for that free gift. Remember, every single day over our Christmas event, the Christmas event runs right the way through until the 21st of June, but you get a different free gift every single day. It's really important, if you want the free gift, you grab it in the morning when we bring it to you, because we don't have a huge quantity. We've only got a finite amount of these. Yesterday's free gift did sell out as well, just after our launch party show, which is fantastic. Now the tri-blends are so busy on these. Now these have been out of stock for ages. We actually, basically what happened with, do you know what, I'll let Sara explain, because this stock, we bought it in super specially, haven't we, Sara?
Yeah, we have. So over in America, you see, when all this lockdown happened and all the shops shut, we sold gazillions of tri-blend pens, and the lucky thing for you is we weren't having to send them out to all the shops we were supplying, so we had them all here on Crafters TV. Well, you bought all of those in like 2 weeks, so what we had to do is we had to send to America and get America, our US office, to send all of their stock to the UK, and it's just arrived. So in America they do a lot of these bigger boxes, whereas we didn't. We just had like the individual packs and we bundled them together for you, which is why we can afford to do the extra saving on them. So this is your first box here, which is your tri-blend essential blends, we call them. And if I show you, if you're only going for one set today, this is the set that you should go for, okay? Because can you see it's got 24 different colour families. So not just 24 colours. So for example, you've got 2 different types of turquoises, but there's a big difference between a green turquoise and a blue turquoise, and you can see the difference there. But you just pick up one pen, no, you've got 3 blends within a pen. So you've got all of your shades, your reds, corals, oranges, different shades of yellow, different shades of green, your turquoises, into your blues, into your purples, into your pinks, into your browns, your greys, and your skin colour there. Then what we did is we built an extra extension pack. So a lot of you will have this one, but you won't have the extras that's in here. And I want to explain to you how we made them the extras, okay? So in the first half, because I always say this is like a tale of 2 halves, this box. So in the first half, there are new colour families. So for example, in the essentials, you don't have any magentas. You have a bright orange, but not a burnt orange. We've got the deep blue. So you've got a true blue and an ice blue, but we've put an aqua blue in this one. Your pink violets, your golden yellows. It's like an alpine green, which is brilliant for a load of your landscapes. A more muted brown. These are your vintage shades in this line here. So you've got the dusty purple, a vintage blue, a red brown, yellow green, an antique pink, and a muted brown. So those are 12 extra colours that we didn't have in the essentials. We had to pick just 24, okay? Then what we did though is we did 12 extension pens. So these are extensions onto the first ones that you've got. So for example, if I show you up here, right? So here's the earth brown. Oh, I picked the wrong one, haven't I? It's the golden brown that we've got 2 lots of. So can you see that the golden brown pen here would have 3 shades of golden brown, but then you've got golden brown shades, which give you another 3, all in the same family, but this then is enhanced and added to with this. Same with the ice grey. So there's your ice greys. Here are the ice grey shades. It's the same family, but more of them. So the most popular colour families you're going to use the most, like your corals, your reds, your pinks, your tans, the 2 sets of greys, your golden browns, your pale pinks. You get the extender pen, which is the shade to go with the blend. So that's how these 2 sets work. So if you're a brand new person, just going it for the first time, you're going to start with the essentials. If you already have the essentials, you're going to get the expansion pack. If you don't have any tri-blends, trust me, you might as well get them both while you get the extra 10% off, because if you don't do this, I'm telling you now, you'll be buying one, come back for the other one. That's what will happen. So you might as well get them while we've got them all here.
Yes, absolutely do. Talk about getting them whilst we've got them as well. The edgeables, always so incredibly popular when we bring these to you. It's a beautiful 4-piece collection that you've got here. Now, the great thing is it puts all of that lovely detailing in, but it also adds a sentiment in there as well. So this one here is good luck. You've also got hello. In this collection, you're getting as well thinking of you, and you've got congratulations in there as well. All 4 of these for £23.50 or £35.50, which is a great price. It really is beautiful, and so many different concepts you can do with these, aren't there, Sarah?
Oh, they're fabulous. I mean, this is the card that I made in the show, Joe. I love this idea of doing the stepper card with it cut into the front of the step. So if you missed this, if you kind of joined us late, this was at around about the halfway point I made this. But some other ways I like to use them. Just a nice simple card into the front of the card. I mean, how simple is this card, Joe? A little bit of pattern paper on the inside, cut your edgeable, and then stick one of your foam flowers on. Or these ones here to double cut. So this is where you do a gatefold. So you fold your card into 3 pieces. Can you see that? And then when you fold them back, it makes a gatefold, and then you just cut the side panels away. So that's how you do that one. A traditional gatefold, this one here, but then the 2 come and meet in the middle. And this has just got a little bit of ink around the edge. Again, some nice simple foam flowers. There's loads of gorgeous ways you can use these. I've done several masterclasses now on the edgeables, and I think they look fabulous. So make sure you go and watch those back. So I hope you've enjoyed our masterclass this morning. I feel like we've done a load. Let's have a little, shall we recap on what we did?
Oh, yes, please.
So we did nice, very, very basic, just how to do one of our designs into the front of the card. So we did our lovely little elephant cutting into the front. Then once we'd learnt the basics where you cut away the top of the card, then I went on to show you how to do them with those extra pieces in there. So these are, both of these are coming in the set. So you get the circle, where have I put mine? Here they are. You get the circle and also the square one. So these come in free when you buy that Peek-a-Boo big collection, okay? And that's how you do your shaped cards like this. Then next is when I did the Envelop box, wasn't it? Yep. So I did the Envelop box where I cut it into the front of the envelope. I did pop that extra little piece in the back that I said I was going to. Can you see? So I just pop that in the back and it just hides over all of that sticking in the back there. It looks really professional. So there's our nice little envelope. If you're doing a little cute card, you can do the exact matching size envelope, put it in the front. And then we progressed on and did that lovely Z fold card. So we've done, like I said, I kind of start you off and build you up. They're all simple cards to do. It's just a case of practicing. And they were all on top of that lovely edgeable card that I kind of threw in as a bit of a bonus one in there today. So I feel like we've had a good masterclass there. We've learned a lot, Joe.
Yeah, we really have. Loads of people are loving it as well. Christine saying, thank you so much, fantastic show. Shadaya saying it's worth getting up in the middle of the night for. So yeah, absolutely pleasure to have your company. 40% now of that Peek-a-Boo has gone. So definitely check the stock situation back if you're watching this show back at a later date. It was amazing. Big thanks to Sarah. Big thanks to you guys. I will see you back here in a few hours with our Creative Craving show. So make sure you join Sarah and I for that. But until then, I'll bid you farewell. Bye.